eagle is going to be about 6 months old. A second winter bald eagle will be about 18 months old. I hope that makes sense. On average, both species are the same size. So she's a female, and in every raptor group, except the new growth vultures, so except our turkey vultures, our condors, the females are larger than the males. I will say that again. The females are larger than the males. So she, at her very heaviest, this winter she almost hit 15 pounds, which was a whole pound heavier than she was last winter. She spends most of the year at 12.5 to 13 pounds. But this time of year, June, July, when it's hot, she's 12 pounds right now. She will be 13.5, 14 by Christmas. A male is going to be 7. Wondering why we have her. Remember I said the birds are with us because they've been injured? She was stolen out of the nest. I know, a very 1970s, you can believe it. This happened in Wyoming in 2015, in the Rawlins area. And they're on sort of the same schedule as we are. Eggs laid probably about February, March, and we are guessing based on her behavior by when she was between 2 and 4 weeks old, somebody climbed a cottonwood tree outside of town and took her home and kept her just long enough to ruin her life. By July, she was this big, starting to fly, and then he went and dumped her at Seminole Reservoir State Park. So if you ever go up to Wyoming, that's on I-80, north of the interstate between Rawlins and Sinclair. So Wyoming Game and Fish gets a call that there is a first-year bald eagle jumping up onto picnic tables and hanging out at this campground and being fed scraps from campers and fishermen. It's a giant mess waiting to happen. There are not a lot of raptor rehab resources in that part of Wyoming. To make a very interesting but complicated and long story short, she was taken care of, fortunately, by a man who was an ex-retired eagle and raptor rehabilitator from North Carolina. He wasn't licensed or anything, but he lived locally and they knew what to do. Well, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service ultimately controls what happens to eagles. They said she needed to go into rehab. She never saw another eagle during that time. Fast forward to 1 year later, May of 2016, she's released. Yay! 3 days later, she flies into a building housing oil and gas equipment. The same game warden that picked her up at the state park grabbed her out of there, this time drove her east along the North Platte, released her again. Well, about 2.5 weeks later, she showed up halfway down to Sarah.
Thank you for watching our raptor videos. Please subscribe to our channel by clicking on our logo on the lower right side of the screen. Your comments are welcome. They help us improve your raptor encounters.